Hey guys, Solitaun here, back with more
We can't
Elder
go that
Scrolls
way.
Online
Aliens
gameplay.
out there. Oh, and guards. I saw many guards. Look, let's slip out a side exit. That way we can both keep our heads.
So we just rescued Jakarn from his jail cell, and now there's a bunch of guards outside, knowing that we either rescued them or something else is up, and we go out a side exit here.
Thanks for breaking me out back there. Listen, while you're in a heroic mood, want to help me get something I left with the goblins? I figure if you want something kept safe, give it to the goblins. They'll watch it for free. They're too stupid to trade it, and they'll kill anyone who tries to take it. Here's the thing. You went through a lot of trouble to free me, right? There's no way you'll let me get eaten by goblins. So you, my good friend, will follow me to their mine. Yeah? This way.
So now we have to go to a mine to get something from the goblins that Jakarn gave them. So, some of the impressive views that are in this game. Two little quest hubs here.
Damn murdering goblins. They're gonna kill us all. They killed everyone. My brothers and our 5 guards. They speared me good, left me for dead. I crawled here after they left. Their new kings got them all riled up, ready to attack Port Hunding and wipe out the town. Kill their king. They won't attack the town without him to lead them. Bring me his crown so I know the bastard's dead. I try to make it to town, unless the goblins kill me first. I just need to gather my strength and hobble back to town. Get that goblin king and bring me his crown if you can.
Alright, so one of them was that we have to collect dwarven artifacts, and then the other one was that we have to kill a goblin king. Here's chests that are random throughout the world. These are locked chests. Unfortunately, I don't have any lockpicks, so I can't open it. But the lockpicking mechanism is rather simple. Going into the goblin mine now for Jakarn. Sometimes in combat, I'm swinging my weapons and I'm actually hitting them, but it sounds like I'm hitting air. That's one of the combat improvements I think they made in the new build. And it could just be because it's beta. Here's rune node. You'll find these all throughout. They're in just another crafting collection item.
You're not keeping score.
This is the part where I trust you. I'll kill the goblins in the scaffolding in the next room. You grab the gem. It's in a chest on the floor. There's a passage on the far side. Take that and meet me outside. If something goes wrong, regroup at the inn in town.
There usually is a mini-boss here, but since there's so many people in this area,
I'll meet you outside.
they already killed the mini-boss and took his loot. So finish that quest, but it's telling me to go on the other side over there, but I want to finish the Goblin King. So I go back to the Goblin encampment and see if I can't find that Goblin King. There's a wood node right there. Now nodes in this game are, I guess you would call them non-local, which means that anybody can come up and grab them, and so it's kind of like a race. If you find a node, you should sprint to it as fast as possible. Unlike other games, like the one that comes to mind is Guild Wars 2, where all the nodes are for the player, so you don't have to run to it. There's no competition. They're all per player. There's a technology name for that. I can't remember what it's called. Here's the Goblin King here. Short little mini boss fight. So there we go. We have his crown. And we can go ahead and take it back to the guy who gave us the quest. Right here I'm waiting until level 4 dual wielding so I can get Flurry. Agony is actually a pretty good ability. It's a good CC ability. Pretty good for the type of character I'm trying to build. And here's Agony in action. It just pulls him to the floor. If you hit him, it breaks the ability, but it does have a damage over time effect when it ends. So either by timer or if you hit them, it still has that damage over time effect. So there's the dual wield increase to 4, so now I can get Flurry. I just didn't like the number it was set to, so I'm gonna change it there. So now there's Flurry in action. Now granted, it doesn't do that much damage. Number 1, because it's a level 1 ability right now. Number 2, I don't have any attributes in stamina. Walking towards that waystone point over there. Just checking out to see what's over here. Found another quest. So that quest is you have to find his sister and you give him a bracelet. So that she knows that he is dead. So there's the way shrine. And here's jute, which is made to, or used to make cloth armor. It's probably one of the hardest nodes to find, just because it blends in with everything. Iron ore pretty much sticks out. It's like a different color from all the rest of the rocks, but the jute and all the other plants look like grass, so they're really hard to find sometimes. This is where Agony really excels when there's a group of two enemies. You can lock one down for a while you take care of the other one. Because Nightblade abilities are so for one enemy at a time. They're single enemy attacks. Almost all the Nightblade ones are. That having Agony to CC is rather important. Now you can get AoE with your weapon. And there are some ultimates that Nightblades have that are AoE. And if you go down the assassin tree, your teleport ability can be morphed into an AoE attack. But other than that, mostly Nightblade attacks are very single target.
Over here. I have a question for you. What were you doing in the mine? And did you see a scummy Breton up there? Yakarn. He's a liar and a thief. He stole a gem from headman Bosek. Now, if the gem came back, Bosek might let him live. Can you help me, or not? Now that's just too bad. If you do run into him again, tell him that if we catch him, he's dead.
So right there was a good example of the storylines that can branch off from your decision and conversation. Right there, one of them turned red when you highlight the other. That tells you that that's a decision you cannot go back to. I decided to lie and tell them I haven't seen Jarkin. The other option was to tell, or to give them the gem. Like no harm, no foul. But there are quite a few examples of those throughout your conversations that you'll have in Tamriel, where you have to make a decision and you cannot go back on your decision. And right there's a good example of the AoE less attacks that you have. It takes me a long time to take down more than 2 enemies. Like there was 4 there and it took a while, and I was actually running out of my resources for my stamina and my magicka while fighting them.
This is the last time he does this to me. I hope you're not here to kill goblins. If you are, we'll have a problem. My friend is in that camp. Mark. He's lost his mind. The goblins stole Mark's special brew. Expensive stuff. Losing it broke him. He went mad and ran off to join his tribe. Crazy, isn't it? He's mad as a Bosmer. Won't listen to a word I say. I'll make you a deal. Find Mark, convince him to come back. I'll trade you some gold and we'll both walk away happy. Start by looking for Mark's special brew. If any is left, the smell might make him slightly less crazy. Fermentation, flowers, a number of other things you don't want to know about. Tastes like honey, but kicks like a horse. If he sold it, he'd be rich, but he just drinks it all.
So now we have to go find his buddy who went crazy because he didn't have enough alcohol. So all the stuff with exclamation points are the new stuff that I haven't seen yet that have been put into my inventory. Most of which is armor that I wasn't really paying attention to. There's a few new weapons there with a little bit more damage. You can tell how easily the iron ore sticks out from the landscape, as opposed to the jute plants and other plants to make potions and stuff like that. So found some of the alcoholics' alcohol, and now we gotta go find the alcoholic.
Who? Go away!
Brew. Yes. Where did you get it? That smell. Wait. Where am I? What am I wearing? I remember now. Too much root pulp. Less kick, more crazy. Grubby was right. I'm out of my gourd. Things are starting to make sense again. I'm not spending another minute in this camp. Thank you, friend.
I was just trying to dispatch a few more of these goblins, see what kind of loot I can pick up. Get some more experience. can tell by this fighting how magicka intensive this build is. You can't really spam your magic abilities right now. Maybe if you get a lot more magicka in the future. But I'm running low on magicka in almost every fight. Now with my race skills and my light armor skills, that should help quite a bit. Especially that 4% increased magicka, and then the magicka regeneration that I'll get from light armor.
Where's Mark? Did he listen to you? You gave him... Damn! He ran off to drink it all himself, didn't he? I have to get back to town. Take this, and thank you, friend. That fool better have saved some for me.
So I'm gonna go exploring up here. I saw a point of interest up here that I wanted to check out, just to see what was going on with it. There's another good example of how AoE really does hurt this class a little bit. There are a few AoE attacks with dual wielding, so those might be a must to get. See a chest down there, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can check it out. Totally forgetting that I actually don't have any lockpicks, so there's nothing I can do with it. But it doesn't look like there's much more around here except for that chest. Maybe some nodes for harvesting. Doing some node collection, I recommend doing this specifically for the reason that you don't get armor drops that easily. So crafting, you're going to have to do quite a bit of. It's also a good skill to learn so that in future you can create some of the best armor and weapons in the game. And the crafting system is pretty unique. I like how they did it. You'll see it in a future video. But right there you can actually see how the jute is really camouflaged into the landscape. You really have to be paying attention to actually see it, and that's where the crafting tree comes down handy, because you can put a skill point in so those things kind of highlight a little bit more when you walk past it. Which for iron ore I guess wouldn't be that much of an improvement, just because the iron ore already sticks out from the landscape. But for jute plants, it's probably a must, so you don't skip any. And these rune nodes are really easy to see too. There's a mushroom node right there for potions and stuff. Cooking.
What am I going to do? Mother said this would happen. I can't do anything right. Mother sent me here to kill some big monster, but I don't think I can do it. Well, I hate violence, and I'm kind of forgetful. All I really want to do is make weapons, not hit things with them. But I promised Mother I'd try. Will you help me? I seem to have misplaced my sword. I had an awful battle with some monsters over this way.
Well, alrighty guys, I think I'll stop here, and I'll let you guys watch the final quest here, and I'll see you guys next time.
Just seeing my father's old sword fills me with courage. I can do this, I think. I was, preparing the bait. The beast won't come out of the water without this. At least, that's what Mother said.